Burning Hot was a very interesting book. One book that I think I read once. I've read one and half a time again, and I think I'll continue to read because there are some books you just drop. It's more than just the storyline. It goes beyond the storyline. It had too many practical lessons that one could pick up. I was particularly drawn to the character Verity because she was sort of the sacrificial lamb for someone else's sin. If she hadn't been the woman that she was, It wouldn't have gotten the peace that she had at the end. Neither would her husband been freed from the cause that It played. And we see that somehow it seems Verity laid the path for both the consequences of both people's action. At the same time, was a ray of light, a ray of hope to soothe the hearts of these two persons. Even though the husband hadn't said a word to her about his inner hurt and anguish, and she had met It the way she met It, and It was deeply wounded and grieving in her own part. I liked the book because beyond being what a good person could do, we could see that people move around seemingly whole, yet shattered on the inside. Might not be able to get simple sleep. It wasn't sleeping well, so was Verity's husband. And even though all looked so well, things had gone really bad just because somebody made a mistake, and so many lives had been hurt and were involved in the process, and many of them had bad stories to tell. But I liked the way it ended because pain is normal, wounds and hurts are normal to human existence. But at the end we saw relief, we saw healing, we saw peace, and that's what made it stand out to me. What do I expect out of the book later on? One, I expect to read more. As in, I've read Burning Hot more now. I expect more products from the same source. Yes, because I look forward to them because they will be very practical too, but they would carry a message that goes just beyond entertainment. They would leave lessons behind. And I also expect that people who have read this book, somehow you are forced, not coerced, but you just unconsciously find yourself doing some introspection. And so if you have friends who are reading this book with you, you could discuss, and from there you find things that have been layered over the years that you hadn't had time to go back through again. You now find yourself opening them up and then getting healing or a mending process in place. I really, really look forward to reading more. I don't know what tomorrow's program will look like. I'm curious, and I already know I'll be fascinated. But I think I'll just be much more glad when I begin to lay my hands on the next ones coming up.
Right. If you look into my heart, you'll find a burden that's burning hard. I can't hold it back no more. My mind is made to say I'm letting go.